Here we have a blank workspace. Let's head over to our customer support management agent and copy over our war room functionality. I'm just going to bring this block down, left click and drag over all these, copy, bring them back into our new workspace and then paste them. Now we can just connect the start. And the first thing I want to do is modify the greeting message. I wrote, "Thanks for visiting thewarroom.ag. You can ask me questions about the war room or schedule a one-to-one call with one of our elites to create a war plan." I'm just going to use the AI to generate one variation. Now let's go ahead and change these buttons. So first I'm going to write, "I have a question about the war room." Then for the second button, I'm going to write, "I'd like to schedule a call." Now what we want to do is to go back into Calendly, copy the link for our booking demo, make sure we connect "I have a question about the war room" to this top block, and then we want to connect a new logic block in a set step. The set step allows you to set a variable. So just like before where we were capturing a user's reply to a variable, here we can just manually set a variable where it reaches this block. So for the label, I'm just going to write URL because what we want to do is set our Calendly URL in this step. So I'm going to add a set. We're going to create a variable called URL, create this variable, and then for a value, we want to put in quotes and paste our Calendly link that we just copied. Then from here, we just want to add a text block. And this is where we will embed the Calendly widget. Right here, we're going to type in some text that looks like this. It says, "iframe width equals 100% in quotes, height equals 500 in quotes, frame border equals 0, style equals border 0.0. And then you can read the rest. What's important is after this src source in quotes, we want to add the variable for our URL. So just type a left curly bracket, look up URL, find our variable, and just put that in here. You can just pause this and write this down and make sure it's formatted exactly like this. This block of text allows Calendly widget to pop up directly within our chat. Now let's go ahead and test this out. We'll start this test from this block here. You can see our Calendly widget pops up directly within the test. We can select a date, a time, hit next, enter our details, and you can see that you can book an appointment directly within our agent. Now let's just finish this demo off by dragging out a text block and adding, "Please book one of the times in the calendar above." We look forward to hearing from you soon. And then we can add a button to the top of this and say, "I have more questions." Just in case they have more questions, we can redirect them to our response AI step and add another button and say, "Goodbye." If I had more questions, we can just drag this up to "What would you like to know?" So it takes us through the whole loop again. And then for goodbye, we can just drag this out to actions and then hit end, which will end this chat. Now, one more thing we could do to make this a bit more functional is add an intent to this Calendly step. So if they ask to schedule a call with someone anywhere within the chat, it will automatically route them to this Calendly block. So let's just right click and hit add trigger and then add and create an intent. Let's call this schedule a call. Now let's start by adding some example phrases. First one would be, "Can I schedule a call?" Add this. "I want to book an appointment." Add this. "I'd like to hop on a call." Add this. And now we can generate some variations with AI. I'll just do 10. Here it gives us a bunch of variations and you can see the bar is completely filled up. So it is a well-trained intent. Let's now create the intent. Don't forget to connect this intent with the set URL block. Now let's test this out in a new tab. So let's open link in new tab, start conversation. Let's see if the intent is working well. I'll just say, "Can I schedule a call?" And you can see our Calendly embedding pops up directly within the chat. We can schedule a day, time, hit next, enter in some of our details. I wrote Pope and then our email 123@gmail.com. And then it asks us to share anything that will help us prepare for our meeting. I'll just write, "Looking forward to the chat." From here, we can schedule the event. And there you have it. We've got a confirmation that we are scheduled and it gives us a little recap of the date, time zone, etc. And so now everything is working functionally.